Shalom, Israel. I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai, Ba'ashim Rakakwadash, double honors to the apostles and the elders, great millstone, and shalom to like up there doing this work of faith and labor of love, true sincerity. Right, I want to get into a lesson I want to entitle a possession to be desired, and that's based off of Wisdom of Solomon, the 8th chapter. And I'm going to just start from the top. All right. And it says, Wisdom of Solomon 8:1. Wisdom reacheth from one end to another mightily, and sweetly doth she order all things. And, because I want to, slow roll this and, get the meat off of every little piece of bone here. Just thinking about this, for like the beautiful thing about these books of wisdom is that every little point holds so much weight. It could be broken down and given in examples in so many different ways, shapes, forms, and fashions. But just on in the simplest form of when you think of this, wisdom reacheth from one end to another mightily. Just a short. Think of how powerful the short phrases or the quotes be. Reaching from one person to another, and you just sit back when somebody says whatever given quote it is. And, you just automatically start getting up in your thoughts, man. That's how wisdom is. And we know this is everything. And this is truly the possession to be desired, is that wisdom, man. Because we know according to, matter of fact, what is it? Yeah, Wisdom of Solomon 6. And, where I want to start at. I don't know, pretty much at 17 and 20 is the point, but I want to start at, I'm going to start at verse 15. Matter of fact, let me start at verse 12. It says, Wisdom of Solomon 6:12. Wisdom is glorious. Yeah, wisdom is glorious and never, Slakia, hold on, all right, make sure it's good. All right, wisdom is glorious and never fadeth away. Yea, she is easily seen of them that love her, and found of such as seek her. She preventeth them that desire her, and making herself first known unto them. So at first, what wisdom preventeth those that desire her, because what wisdom has to come to you, pretty much. Because we know according to Wisdom of Solomon 7:24 and 25. That wisdom is more than any moving motion. She is the breath. Let me just get it. It's Wisdom of Solomon 7:24. For wisdom is more than any motion. She passeth and goeth through all things by reason of her pureness. For she is the breath of the power of Yahweh, and a pure influence flowing from the glory of the Almighty. Therefore can no defiled thing fall into her. So we know what wisdom is purely from the Most High. We know that what the wisdom of the wicked is truly not wisdom, and their knowledge is truly not knowledge. But everything comes, from the Most High. So what it's the Most High that prevents people from getting wisdom, because the Most High have to make his word known unto you. The Most High got to present it, and that makes me think of also how the scriptures say, you have not chosen me, but I have chosen you. So wisdom has to choose you as an individual, and the Most High has to bring that unto you, man. That's why this is a possession to be desired, because only the Most High can give it to us, just how the Most High gives us faith, as a gift. All the things, the tools that we are equipped with in his life are gifts from the Most High. And every individual brother has their own specific gift, and their own specific amount of faith, their own specific amount of wisdom that the Most High gives each individual. Typically the Most High will give what? The heads of camp the wisdom to really deal with decisions. You know what I'm saying? Or, it don't necessarily have to go like that, but from what I've seen in a lot of different scenarios in certain camps, that's majority of what I have seen. You know what I'm saying? But it can be other ways around it and different things like that. But this is how the Most High works. So let me go back to Wisdom of Solomon 6 and oh, where was I at? Damn, I think I lost the place. No, it's chapter 4 now. Yeah, Wisdom of Solomon 6 and 13. She preventeth them that desire her, and making herself first known unto them. Whoso and what? Wisdom is going to walk with you about them crooked ways in the first beginning. You know what I'm saying? Because what you got to go through the trials and tribulations in order to obtain that wisdom. Because wisdom comes with experience, you know. Verse 14, who seeketh her early shall have no great travail, for he shall find her sitting at his doors. To think therefore upon her is perfection of wisdom, and whoso watcheth for her shall quickly be without care. Why? Because through wisdom you're going to be able to see the pitfalls, the dangers, and all the things that are before you, because why? The Most High is paving that way for you, you know. For she goeth about seeking such as are worthy of her, showeth herself favorably unto them in the ways, and meeteth them in every thought. For the very true beginning of her is the desire or discipline, and the care of discipline is love. And love is the keeping of her laws, and the giving heed unto her laws is the assurance of incorruption. And incorruption maketh us near unto the Most High. Therefore the desire of wisdom bringeth to a kingdom. So this is the whole point, man. Wisdom is going to bring you all things, in these scriptures is giving you the steps of how wisdom, how you obtain wisdom, and how wisdom is going to give you eventually that assurance, you know, that you can be a part of the hopeful elect, that you will be a part of the hopeful elect if you walk by the ways of discipline, if you walk by the ways of the Most High. You know, well, we know the beginning of discipline is what the fear of the Lord, the love of the Lord, walking in his ways, you know what I'm saying, and taking care of things in its proper manner, man. You know what I'm saying? So, and the perfect example of that is what King Solomon, as I have here in the book of 1 Kings 3, and I start at verse 5, and it says, in Gibeon the Lord appeared to Solomon in a dream by night, and Yahweh said, ask what what I shall give thee. And Solomon said, thou hast showed unto thy servant David my father great mercy, according as he walked before thee in truth, and in righteousness, and in uprightness of heart with thee. And thou hast kept for him this great kindness, that thou hast given him a son to sit on his throne as it is this day. And now, O Lord, my power, thou hast made thy servant king instead of David my father, and I am but a little child. I know not how to go out or to come in. And thy servant is in the midst of thy people, which thou hast chosen, a great people that cannot be numbered nor accounted for multitude. Give therefore thy servant an understanding heart to judge thy people, that I may discern between good and bad. For who is able to judge this thy so great a people? And the speech pleased the Lord, that Solomon had asked this thing. And Yahweh said unto him, because thou hast asked this thing, and hast not asked for thyself long life, neither hast asked riches for thyself, nor hast asked the life of thine enemies, but hast asked for thyself understanding to discern judgment, behold, I have done according to thy words. Lo, I have given thee a wise and an understanding heart, so that there was none like thee before thee, neither after thee shall any arise like unto thee. And I have also given thee that which thou hast not asked, both riches and honor, so that there shall not be any among the kings like unto thee all thy days. You know, so Salakia. But yeah, so you know what I mean, that's the point. So this shows you that when you come to the Most High, you ask for wisdom, because as I said, you know, all these different things that we receive from the Most High are gifts. So as King Solomon, him being a young king, of becoming not knowing which way to go, him asking the Most High, you know, for the judgment, for the understanding, to be able to make the right decisions of you know, with his people and judging certain manners, you know, that ultimately pleased the Lord. So the Lord gave him all, you know, things beyond his measure that he could possibly think of. But because what comes with wisdom is all things, you know, that's why the scriptures say, oh, the depth of the riches, the knowledge and understanding of the Most High. Because when when the knowledge and wisdom and understanding of the Most High don't have, it's like it doesn't have a beginning or an end. It's like it can go on forever. So therefore, all the blessings that you can receive through obtaining wisdom, they can continue on forever. We think that these people in this world now are rich and famous and have wealth. They got majority of this stuff by wicked means, but the wealth and the things that we're going to have in the kingdom it's truly going to be never ending, man. Brothers are going to be swimming in knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, along with physical riches beyond measure, man. Beyond you can ever think of. We think, these punk ass Rockefellers and Bilderbergs, and they worth what, 500 trillion? Man, that's gonna be like dog piss compared to what we're gonna have in the kingdom, man. All by what? Obtaining wisdom. And as long as we on this side, of course, we not going to obtain wisdom like how King Solomon had. The Lord made his mark with him. But wisdom is a possession to be desired while we in his life, because what? Through wisdom, as we read in Wisdom of Solomon 6:20, the desire of wisdom bringeth to a kingdom. So we trying to obtain wisdom to help us, along this path, this hard road, this lonely road, this soldier's journey within his truth, to obtain the kingdom, to be able to have the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, and wisdom beyond measure, and everything our heart desire for in the kingdom, man. But we need as much wisdom as we can deal with possibly now. But along that way, along that journey, the Most High going to put you through some things, and wisdom going to walk with you by those crooked ways. You know what I'm saying? To test your faith, to test your patience. You got to be tested on all levels. You know what I'm saying? And passing them tests to be able to obtain that wisdom, man. But this is all a part of, what comes with the territory, man. Just like with anything else that you're trying to obtain. All right, so let me go back to Wisdom of Solomon, the 8th chapter. It says, I'll start back from the top again. Wisdom reacheth from one end to another mightily, and sweetly doth she order all things. I loved her and sought her out from my youth. I desired to make her my spouse, and I was a lover of her beauty. And that she is conversant with Yahweh, she magnified her nobility. Yea, the Lord of all things himself loved her, for she is privy to the mysteries of the knowledge of Yahweh, and a lover of his works. If riches be a possession to be desired in this life, what is richer than wisdom, that worketh all things? So what? So that's why, I titled this a possession to be desired, because according to this verse 5 here, if riches be a possession to be desired in this life, what is richer than wisdom that worketh all things? Because this is what happens, man. Through King Solomon, him attaining that wisdom worked all things for him within his lifetime, man. Made him the most richest, the most wisest, king that there ever was to live upon the face of the earth. And all kingdoms and all peoples wanted to flow to him for his knowledge, for his wisdom, for his understanding, for his take on things. And of course, even though the scriptures don't say this, for business opportunities and this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? And him being able to build relationships and being able to talk to people, how to get through, knowing how to manipulate certain situations towards his advantage and all that in a righteous manner. All because of what? Wisdom, the true possession to be desired, man. The possession that we are to desire within his life is wisdom, so that can bring us to that kingdom, man, that we so desperately desire and that we're striving and fighting for every single day within this truth, man. I mean, it's more into this, but I know it's been kind of long already. I don't want to drag it out, you know what I'm saying? But that's pretty much the point, man. The possession to be desired within his life, is wisdom, man. You know what I'm saying? We got to struggle and strive every single day, and how the scriptures say for us to examine ourselves. This is a continual thing, bro. It's like a project. We're working on ourselves. We're building ourselves. We're molding ourselves through the spirit of Yahweh. Well, Yahweh and Yahweh Shah, they're molding us through this word and through this journey every single day. But along this journey, where every move you make, every step you take, you got to examine yourself. Of course, we're going to continue to fall short of the glory of the Most High. Of course, how the scriptures say, a just man falls 7 times and rises up again. That's what we must do. But we got to grow from our mistakes. We got to grow every single day and watch our moves and look at what we can do better here, or what this situation happened, how we could have approached this a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? How we could have went about this. You gotta examine these things and you gotta reflect upon these things, because this is what's going to bring us to that point that we ultimately need to get to the kingdom, man. You know, along with, you know, faith, grace, and all the other mixture, you know, that we want to put into the pot that's going to bring us to the kingdom, Lord's will, man. We're a part of the elect. You know, so with that, you know, I hope this segment was edifying, and I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash, the B'wanas to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elect out there doing this work of faith and labor of love and true sincerity. Shalom.